everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Celsie, aka Mother Vegan, and because of the last video that I did of the budget food shop for a family, I thought I would do another one. This time it's actually cheaper than last time, which is great. This was £31.64. That might not be a budget food shop for somebody, that might be a whole month's food shop for somebody, or it might be just a couple of days worth for somebody. I don't want you to compare this and go, oh, that's not really a budget, is it? That's just what fits in with our family's budget. But you might find tips on this of how you can either meal plan or bring your food bill down or bring your food waste down. So hopefully you'll get something out of this video. So there is actually more fresh fruit and veg than usual in this shop, and that's because I realised after filming that video that we were eating far too many meat alternatives. They are delicious, but they're not very nutritious, so I'm trying to go back to our old eating habits of a more whole foods plant-based diet. We don't eat that way all the time, but that was the bulk of our meals and of our diet. So we're trying to go back that way. Every single week I will meal plan. The first meals of the week will be the fresh stuff because obviously they go off quicker. The meals later in the week will either be from the fridge, freezer or cupboards. I don't like food waste, so that's just an easy way for me to get around it. We usually have one treat meal a week. This week was meant to be burgers and chips, but because I forgot the burgers, I'm gonna have to use what we've got in the freezer, which I found some naughty vegan cheese and onion pasties, which if you've not tried them, you need to get them. They're so good. So we'll start off with the frozen stuff just so I can get it back in the freezer. We actually have a fair bit of frozen stuff. I think I said last time as well that I don't usually buy this much frozen stuff. It usually is just 2 or 3 packets a week, depends on what we run out, but it just so happens we ran out of a few things this week. So we have broccoli. I buy this every single week. We go through a lot of broccoli. Peas, I think I bought these last time as well. They do last about 2 weeks. They do last a while, but that will be going in, what are we having this week? That'll be going in the curry, and it will be going in the chilli as well, and it will also probably go on the side of our burger and chips or our cheese onion pasty and chips. Sliced peppers, I always have one of these in as well. These are a great veg to have like on the side of something as well, so if you're just having a naughty meal but you want some nutrients in there, peppers are great. These are actually going to be going into my chili and the tacos that I'm making as well. Then stir fry. This is just so helpful to have in your freezer if you just want a really lazy quick meal but packed with veg. This is a great thing to have in. Mushrooms. Again, I think I bought these last time as well. We do go through a lot of mushrooms. I personally don't actually like mushrooms, but these, when you put them in stuff, you can't really taste them. Maybe that's just a head thing, I don't know, but for me it works. So these just get chucked in everything because they're so good for you. They're full of vitamin D, so yeah. And then sweet potato. Every time I cook some kind of mash, whether that's in the shepherd's pie or the bangers and mash or anything like that, I always put some sweet potato in. I'm not actually going to be using these this week, but they're always handy to have in anyway. For lunches we typically have some kind of wrap, usually a hummus wrap, sometimes with veggie fingers in it if we do want to push it out a little bit. So I got some tomatoes, cucumber, and of course lettuce, and of course spinach. They're basically just for lunches, although this is going to be going into the curry and probably into the chili as well. I'll just try and use up the majority of this by the end of this week, so I'll probably just throw it in everything that I can.
Hi Mom, I'm on TV!
Then for fruit we have bananas. As you probably are aware, Hugh has banana every single day before bed. They are a sleepy food. It does help massively. Then we've also got a couple extra as well for if me and Adam want a snack. We have avocados. Are these fruit or veg? They're fruit, aren't they? I don't know, but we've got lots of avocados. When I buy avocados, I typically do buy the wonky avocados, and then I try and get through these as quickly as possible. So making guacamole for the tacos and for the chili, and then I'll probably end up having some on a bagel at some point this week as well. Don't want to waste them. £2.40 for all those avocados. £2.40. and it stops food waste as well because they are the wonky ones. But £2.40 for all of them, when I'm pretty sure 2 of the normal avocados are £2. So you save a lot of money when you get the wonky stuff. We have 3 packets of wraps. Every time I do a food shop, I look at the till and I see how much plastic is in it, and it just breaks my heart. But with food, I think the majority of the time you just can't help it. But these are basically for lunches. We just have wraps pretty much every day. Then these are meant to be for the burgers tonight, but I forgot the burgers. So they're just going to be for snacks and for breakfasts and stuff. Just to let you know, I've been doing research for a video. There's an ingredient called L-cysteine, which is actually from chicken or duck feathers or cow horn, and it is in a lot of baked goods. Or the internet said it was in a lot of baked goods. I scoured the internet for hours looking for bread and baked goods that had it in. Couldn't really find any. The only brand that I could find it in was Warburton's. Now, there is a vegan option available, but there was no clear indication whether that was a vegan one or non-vegan one. So just be aware of L-cysteine. There are a few videos coming up actually. There's one that's about 20 foods that you would assume that's vegan and actually isn't vegan. Then 2 weeks after that, there's a video about ingredients that are really common in foods that are not vegan or not always vegan. And then the other one is about how you can tell if a product is vegan or not. So if you're interested in any of those videos, then do subscribe to this channel. Ring the notification bell and then you will be notified when those videos are uploaded. But anyway, let's carry on. Potatoes. So these were meant to make the homemade chips for tonight, but they will come in handy for the curry tomorrow, and I'll be making homemade chips to go with the tacos as well. Potatoes are just such an easy way to fill us up, and they're really cheap, and these are wonky as well, so it makes it even cheaper. They're full of fibre as well, so they really do fill you up. Potatoes are always in my cupboards, and I probably will buy them every single week. We do go through them very quickly in this house. I very rarely buy pasta, and that's because I buy the big bag. Last time I said they last about 6 weeks, but I actually think it lasts closer to 3 months for the big bag of pasta. But for the chilli, I thought that was just they were a bit too big, so I bought actual macaroni for the macaroni and cheese chilli. So that's to go in them. I did buy a jar of sauce for the chilli, just in case I can't be bothered cooking it. Oh, I didn't show you the cauliflower. This is the cauliflower for the cauliflower tacos. So you know that I always have cauliflower in the freezer, but I thought this calls for definitely some dry, fresh cauliflower. Final one for the cupboard is the taco shells. The El Paso taco shells were the same price as these ones, but these ones come with the seasoning and the tomato salsa. So I got it thinking I can use the salsa and might even use the seasoning instead rather than try my own, but then I want to try my own recipe. So maybe this can be stored in the cupboard for another lazy day where I don't want to really cook very much. Then we're heading into the fridge now. I got 2 of these sweet chili. They are 2 for £2. They are mine and Adam's favourite hummus. It's just delicious. You don't get fed up of it. This obviously we don't buy very often at all, but this is the Floral Light. We try and buy the big ones. First of all, it works out cheaper in the long run. Second of all, you buy a big one, then it saves you buying 2 small plastic tubs. It's 1 big one instead. We also are saving these for painting for Hugh as well. So these and the tubs we use for Hugh's arts and crafts supplies. I wasn't meant to buy any of this stuff this week, but I thought we're having chili and tacos. It's gonna need some cheese. So I bought the mature cheddar and the jalapeno one. This is probably my favourite cheese out of all of the cheeses out there possible. I love this. They were on offer to the £2 each or 2 for £3, so I thought I may as well get this. It lasts in the fridge. And I have found as well, I don't know about anyone else, but if there's always cheese in the fridge, it seems to last longer. But if a cheese is like a treat, it goes within the day, like it goes really quickly. So I'm gonna try and have some kind of cheese in the fridge, and then it'll probably stay there for a long time. Like we wouldn't really be overly tempted by it because we know it's not something that we've restricted ourselves from. And then of course, oat milk. We are going through much more milk now since Adam's been home after his accident. Adam likes a drink of milk. Hugh now has a drink of milk in the morning as well. This is with added calcium as well, so we do go through a lot of milk. The only time that I really use milk is for my teas. So that is the food shop all done. I feel like compared to the last one was £35 and this one was £31 something. I got a lot more for my money, so I think I'm definitely going to stick to the whole foods side of things rather than the fake meats. We will continue to have them, don't get me wrong, but they will be more of a treat rather than a common occurrence within our diet. We don't normally buy butter, that probably will last us the month, and the avocados were a treat as well. They're £2.40 and something that we don't usually get, so definitely could have made this cheaper if I really needed to. I mean, they were £1.85, don't usually buy that, but at the same time, for the likes of the chilli and the curry, we already had some of the ingredients in the cupboard, so it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Like, this isn't all of the ingredients that we need for all of the meals this week, but it's the majority of it. And I've also stocked up on things that we're not having this week, but it's handy to have in. Typically, my food shop does cost between £30 and £40. I always try and get it to the lower end and try and hit about 30. That is the food shop complete. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you get some kind of tips from this, and I hope it shows that being vegan isn't expensive. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so when the videos are uploaded, especially the recipes that are going to be uploaded in the next few weeks, they are going to be the chili macaroni cheese and the tacos as well. They will hopefully be coming within the next few weeks. And remember, one small change makes a massive difference. Bye guys.